What's going on, guys? Thanks for watching How to Do Everything. In today's episode, we are going to be changing our diff fluid in a 2008 C6 LS3 Corvette. Pretty simple install. We're basically just going to drain the diff fluid and add the new fluid, and the part number for the new fluid that you're going to need is 888-62624. This is the newer version with the limited slip additive already built into it. The older part number was just the diff fluid, and then you had to buy a separate part that had the additive in it. But GM has come out with this new part number that has both of them combined. It's about $25 or $26 a quart for it, and the diff empty requires, I think it's like 2.2 quarts, something like that. I bought 2 quarts because with it being a change and there's already fluid in there, it's probably going to have some residual that stays in there, so 2 quarts should be fine. But let's get started. You're also going to need some sort of a vacuum pump or a siphoning pump. You'll need this because your diff fill plug is kind of hard to get to from underneath the car. There's no way to get a bottle in there, even with a funnel, and get it full. So you're going to need to suction out of the container and through a hose up into the diff to fill it back up. And you're also going to need some jack stands and a jack to lift your car up and support it while we're doing this. You'll also need a 10mm ratchet adapter for a hex head, and you'll need a 3/8 ratchet and extension. Alright, we got the car up on jack stands. You want to make sure and support the car with jack stands. Don't try to lift it with just a jack. You want it to be well supported if you're going to be underneath it working. And now that we got it up, let's look at our rear diff. You can see it here. And we've got 2 plugs here. You see the one highlighted here, and then we've also got a plug right here that I've got highlighted. And this is your fill plug, and this one here is your drain plug. And to drain the fluid, obviously we're going to pull the drain plug out, and then to fill the fluid, we're going to pull the fill plug out, and then we're going to add fluid until it starts spilling out of the fill plug. We're probably going to want to let it off the jack stands to do this part of it, because we want the car to be level with the ground so that we get an accurate reading on when it's full. We've got our container to empty our diff fluid into, so now we're going to pull off the drain plug and let this differential drain. Once your fluid's all empty, you're going to want to reinstall your drain plug and torque it to the recommended spec, and then clean any fluid that's in the area. You're going to want to go ahead and remove the fill plug now, and the best way to do it is take your hex adapter and go ahead and put it inside of the plug, and then take your socket wrench and put it on after the fact. Kind of hard to get it all up in there. Let's see here, come on. I want to go. I might have to do it from over here. Ah, there we go. There it goes. It's nice and tight. Alright, now we can remove that. There shouldn't be any fluid that comes out of this one because you've already drained your diff. Nice and clean, just what we want to see. Now it's time to put our new fluid in, and I'm going to go ahead and do a quart of it with it on the jack stands just to make it easier. I can get to it a lot easier with the car lifted up. So we're going to go ahead and put 1 quart in like this. We know it takes more than a quart, so there's no risk of underfilling it or overfilling it right here. It's going to be a nice slow process. Now that we put our fluid in, we're going to put our fill plug back on and tighten it to the recommended torque spec. You can see I added it until fluid was dripping out of the fill plug. Okay, so we've got the fluid in the differential, and the last step is we need to, and the dealer recommends that you support the rear wheels of the car, and then you, with jack stands, right? Take off your e-brake, put it in second gear, they say, and then bring up the speed of the back wheels to, I think, 10 miles an hour, and hold it there for a minute or two. And let the wheels just basically free spin, and that's supposed to warm up the fluid and circulate it through the diff. And then the dealer recommends that you take it to a parking lot and do about 8 to 10 figure 8 motions where you drive your car in an 8 pattern. And what that's supposed to do is get your rear wheels spinning at different speeds, which energizes the limited slip, and it's supposed to warm up the fluid even further and also circulate it through your clutches in the rear differential. So that's pretty much it. Once you're done with that, you're good to go, and they say this helps remove the chattering noise that sometimes comes and any clunking in the rear end. It's pretty normal for these to go out about every 5,000-10,000 miles, something like that, in these rear ends. So that's all you have to do to change the rear differential fluid in your C6 Corvette. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my channel for more how-to videos. Take care.